All right, so the first thing I'm going to have you guys do for this week is I want you to we're going to put first semester behind us and kind of just move forward. So we're going to create a Q3 goal, and then we're also going to talk about our magic number again. So on page 51, what I would like for you to do, so again, 5-1, we're going to make this kind of look like our Q3 notes goal sheet. So I'm going to have you do is you're just going to write Q3, just put a big Q and 3. So Q3, and then underneath it, you're going to write goal. And then down here, I'm also going to have you write magic number. Okay. We talked about these things earlier in the year, especially for Q1. We talked more so about it. But what I want you to do is I want you to create a Q3 goal. It's going to be for reading. It needs to be something reading related. You could look back at your previous goals that you have done in reading so far. I know we did one on page 31. I think we also did one on page 41. So you can look at those goals, or you can just create a whole new goal for yourself. What I will say, though, is I know that when I am not, I don't want to say forced, but made to read, I don't read. Because sometimes it's just not fun, right? But I need for you to be reading, because reading is very important for all subjects, not just mine. I want to make sure that you're ready and on track for 7th grade, hopefully when we come back to school like normal. So if you have not been reading, I want you just to say, read and finish whatever book you're reading right now. Okay. So I need you to finish a book. So if you have not finished a book this quarter or this year, I want you to put this, I just want you to write finish a book. Okay. For those of you who do read and who love to read and have been setting goals for yourself and achieving those goals, you can continue to write those goals for whatever it is for you. Maybe you want to put down the amount of books that you're going to read this quarter. Maybe you want to put down the amount of pages you're going to read. Maybe you're going to try a different genre. I don't know. It's completely up to you on what you want to do for a goal for yourself. So I'm just going to put down here, because it should be pretty specific. When I say finish a book, you could finish one book. That could be fine to put there. But since I am reading it quite a bit, I'm just going to put down read 4 books. And it's going to be during Q3. Okay, so this is specific because I have a number attached to it. And then I'm also going to do this. I've been doing this because it allows me to have that graph, so to speak. These are my books. So then when I finish one of these books, I can color it in. I could even write the title of the book that I chose. That's completely up to you, but that's just a good visual. Okay. And then also on this page, on page 51, you are going to write down your magic number. Magic number is the number that you have to get to before you abandon a book. Abandoning a book is perfectly fine. There are books out there that are just not for you because it doesn't fit your personality, it doesn't fit your style of reading, and that's okay. But I want to make sure that you are giving the book a chance in the sense of you're getting past the exposition, which we're going to talk about this quarter anyways. But the exposition is where it just says, hey, here's the characters, here's the setting, here's the conflict. And it's kind of a boring part because it's kind of like you have to know who and what you're reading about. And sometimes that takes a little bit. So to get past that exposition, to get past that boring part, you need to have a magic number. That magic number should be between 30 and 50. If you remember this from previous quarter that we talked about, you can go ahead and just write that same magic number that you had, or you can create a new one. That's completely up to you, but it should be between the number 30 and 50. Okay. So that means no matter what, so I chose 40. So no matter what, whatever book I pick up and choose to read, I have to make it to page 40 before I say, yes, I want to keep reading this book, or no, I'm going to abandon this book because I don't really like it. It doesn't fit me. Okay. So on page 51, this is what you should have. You should have Q3. You should have a goal for yourself. And then you should also have your magic number.